My name is Danny Ross, and I'll be your host tonight for the AI in 1 hour journey through exploring all the fun things that are going on in AI. Three questions everyone new to AI should consider. So let's start at the very beginning. What is AI as it kind of stands right now? First of all, AI is not a new thing. It started as machine learning many years ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago, where we had these mainframe computers, large scale computers, and they were working on huge problems, crunching lots of numbers. Then we went to supervised machine learning, where we started to, as humans, contribute and kind of guide the systems where we wanted to go. And that was called supervised machine learning. Where we are today is the wonderful world of generative AI. Generative, when you say generative pre-trained transformers, that's where ChatGPT, for example, gets its name. These large language models, as I also call them, allow us to conversationally communicate back and forth with the systems in such a way that you really feel that you're having a conversation, and it's a truly new world where AI and these large systems are democratized so everybody can get access to it. You don't need millions of dollars to build out complicated systems to solve these really interesting problems. So everybody keeps coming on. I'm just going to kind of go over the high level things, goals of what we're doing tonight. You can communicate with AI to get the best output. So today is what I'm going to focus on is teaching you some frameworks, basic recipes to get you started in that direction. Bottom line is when you're done tonight, you'll be able to have a conversation with any large language model, whether it's ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot from Microsoft. You can talk to any of these new AI tools, including if you have Siri on your phone. There's just any of these types of things. So very simple ways to communicate with them. Here's a few more examples of AI tools that are out there. Gamma, Perplexity. These are all generative AI. Specialized AI, such as MidJourney and Leonardo, which are both text to image generators, and they create simply fantastic images just from a text prompt. HeyGen is in that same field of specialized AI where you're creating videos from a text prompt. Suno is an example of creating music from a text prompt. So these are all specialized AI tools that kind of focus in on a specific area. We have personalized AI, which is what we're going to talk a lot about tonight as we go through the evening. This is where the AI knows about you and knows about your business. So that's the difference, right? It's customized to your world. You can create your own AI tools, right? So these are all things that we're going to kind of cover tonight. So again, welcome. Let's see, RJ just joined, Stephen just joined. Welcome, everybody. Feel free to share in the chat where you're from and what you'd like to get out of the webinar. Why you should even listen to me? Been doing this a long time, 30 plus years in the sales, digital marketing, business development, SaaS space. I worked for both 4 Fortune 100 and sold to Fortune 100 companies and corporations. My LinkedIn is there. You can feel free to go ahead and check it out. And my promise to you tonight is when we're done, as I mentioned, you're going to get the basic foundation that you need to speak to any AI model, and you're going to be able to apply it both in your personal life and in your business. You know, when I was working at Microsoft, my nickname was Danny Digital because I always liked to learn AI technology. I loved technology that actually helps people. And so that's why I kind of went into the AI field. I absolutely love it. I think it's going to be a game changer for everybody. It's going to affect every aspect of your life. So the more you know about it, the better you're going to be ultimately, right? You don't want to get left behind in this next phase of human interaction with technology. So let's just kind of talk about the elephant in the room. AI is very fast, right? It has unlimited memory storage. They're at the point now where they're saying that most of the general knowledge that's across the internet, these large language models have absorbed. So they appear to be very smart. Let's just be clear. When you combine speed, unlimited memory, advanced learning algorithms, truly scalable, never getting fatigued, It's like magic, right? It just seems like they are having a good conversation with you, and it seems like they know everything. One of the things I consistently say to people, there's free versions of these different large language models. But if you pay the $20 a month for some of the higher end features and functions, what you get is like 2,000 employees working for you 24 hours a day, where you can ask them anything. So if you want to have a conversation with Albert Einstein to help you work on your next scientific discovery, or you want to have a conversation with Steve Jobs so that you can discuss technology in the company that you're building, you can do that by inviting those people, if you will, into your conversation via chat. It's a phenomenal tool. The sky is the limit of where we're going to go with this. One of the key concepts I want to introduce to you called AI SuperSelf. AI is fantastic by itself, but when the human being gets in the mix, that's where it really gets interesting, right? You got the human being, that's you, me, everybody else on this call, and you add in the 1000X playbook, which I'm going to be going over some of the fundamentals tonight. You add the AI to that, and that's how you get the AI SuperSelf. So really fantastic, simple concept of where you take your life experiences, all the things that you are, and you add that to the AI so you become irreplaceable. And when I say irreplaceable, I'm talking about whether you work for a company or a corporation and they ask you a question and you can give them back a comprehensive answer in 5 minutes, makes you look like a genius, and you become irreplaceable to that company you're working for. Or flip it around and you have your own thing, your own business, you're a solopreneur, you got a medium-sized company, and you're able to turn around that workload that used to take you a week in a day, in a couple of hours. That's how AI can make you and your organization that concept of AI SuperSelf. We're going to touch on all of these things. To get started, I'm going to jump into what we call the create method. And it's just foundational in the sense that some people call it power prompts, super prompts. It's just making sure that you have a framework so that you can pick up in any conversation and get what you want. So let's start at the beginning. First thing you need to do is create what's called the context. So this is where you tell the AI who you want it to be in this particular conversation. Perfect. So you could say, all right, you are a world-class, best-selling Amazon author, and I want you to do this. You are an attorney or lawyer, and I want you to help me craft an agreement between such and such and such and such. You can say you are a world-class marketer. I want 10 Facebook ads with this type of content for this purpose. You can say you are a sales manager. Create a sales forecast for Q1 through Q2, and here are the parameters. So you invite that specialist, that expert into the conversation. And it can be anybody in history, anybody contemporary. You can invite that individual to the table so that you can have a conversation with them or have the AI act as that individual based on everything that it knows and then apply it across to everything else. Now we have the particular expert or whoever it is that you want to sit down with, whether it's a life coach, it doesn't matter. Any context, any person. And what's nice is you can actually pick specific names of people. I want you to help me write 10 marketing emails. I want you to help me write an outline for a book I'm doing. I want you to help me design the website. What's really fun about AI these days is not only can it provide content for your website, it can actually help you write the code, the coding to develop that website. So it's amazing what these tools can do these days. I want a script that I'm going to use to create a video. I want an agreement, a contract in the state of Georgia between this type of entity, that type of entity. I want a marketing plan. So it doesn't matter, whatever it is that you can imagine or you need, you can ask the AI to help you do that. And that's where you specifically describe the result. And then the next thing you do is you start breaking down that explanation, making it even more specific, even clearer. I want you to give me detail, concepts and structures for this. I want you to summarize, right? So you can go either way. I want you to compare and contrast these two things. I do that all the time. If I have two different ideas, here's five marketing ideas, compare and contrast, right? You can critique. Let's say you do get that book started. You can have it come in as a Amazon world-class editor now. So you flip it a little bit and have the editor critique your book that you've just written. It can analyze data. It can convert. Earlier today, I was converting an image from size from pixels to inches. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. But my point is conversions and things like that, very easy for it to do. So all of those types of things, real world examples that you can use AI to help you every day. I use AI all of the time, obviously. So I'm kind of biased in that sense. Audience, this is extremely important. This is where you tell the AI who the content you're creating or whatever it is that you're creating is targeted towards. So let's say you have a website and you're developing content for business owners, or you're writing a book for women about such and such a subject. You are creating a book for teenagers, children. I have a lot of people that use this to create books to write a children book for their child. It's absolutely amazing what you can create, including the images and all the content for the story for any of these types of books. The key thing here is make sure whatever you're creating actually fits who you're speaking to. There's this whole concept of creating an avatar in marketing and in storytelling where you're writing the book towards a specific type of target. And so you want to make sure the content you're creating, make sure it's digestible by your target audience. So if you're doing a website, remember that old show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? A lot of times I'll tell it specifically, hey, write this content so that it can be understood by a fifth grader or a high school level so that it is easily understood by your target audience. If you're writing a technical white paper, okay, yes, you do want to step up that audience. Generally speaking, if you're just creating normalized content for everybody, you want to kind of bring it down to the lowest common denominator so people can understand what you're posting in your blog or writing content for Facebook or LinkedIn. Then you can set the tone. Is it sales content? Do you want to be persuasive? Is it serious or informative? Is it, conversational, light, entertaining, right? Friendly, inspirational. You're writing a book on a diet book and you want people to read the book and get inspired to go lose weight. It could be inspirational in the sense of religious, content that you're creating. So again, the tone, humorous. I would say AI kind of give it a dad joke level, but it does know every comedian that has publicly available content out there. So you can say, I want the humor in the style of Kevin Hart, or I want the comedy in any style, and you can say, give me that, and so it knows that style, and it'll give you content in that style. So this is kind of how that works. There's emotional, there's analytical. Once it gives you that first pass, you can tell it that paragraph looks good. Now I need you to expand it a little bit more. Iterate. AI is absolutely fantastic for the concept of iteration. In other words, it never gets tired. It knows everything, generally speaking. People have said it has an IQ of like 162 at this stage. I don't know. But the point I'm making is it never gets tired. So every time you start something and you're like, okay, that's close, but let's try this. Let's expand it. Let's, make it simpler to understand. Let's modify it in this way. Let's add, let's delete, revise, rewrite, summarize. Sometimes AI can speak too much. And you say, hey, okay, simplify it, make it easier to understand, reorganize it. So let's say it gives you a whole bunch of numbers and information. You can say, okay, rewrite this in the form of a table or Excel spreadsheet ready, a Word document. You can tell it how you want it. So you can go back around again and get it a slightly different way, right? Let's say we do a prompt. I want you to act as an author. You're a world-class author from Amazon. You're going to help me write an outline for a book summarizing all the way business owners can use the BuildBiz.ai platform to make money, right? make it inspirational. So a prompt might look something like this. You are a New York Times best-selling author, the context. Write a chapter by chapter outline for a book, right? Specifically what I want as a result, summarizing. That's the explanation. I don't need the whole thing. 5 steps business owners can take to learn AI using BuildBiz.ai so they can increase sales and grow revenue in record time. Write this in an inspirational tone. So those are all the elements of that prompt. And so let's go ahead and get into some real world examples. Let's crank up a prompt here. I'm using a little Chrome extension so I can speak to it. I could also use voice mode here in ChatGPT. This is where you can have a conversation with ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT just to start so you can kind of see how I'm going to play with a lot of different AI tools just so you can kind of see that some of the slight differences. I'm using the tool here. It's an extension, voice in, and as I speak, it captures the text. You are a New York Times best-selling author. Write a chapter by chapter outline for a book summarizing the 5 steps business owners can take to learn AI using the BuildBiz.ai platform so that they can increase sales and grow revenue in record time. Write this in an inspirational tone. And go. So we're just going to let that run. And so you can see what it's doing. The 5 steps to mastering AI. How business owners, so it's very literal to a certain point, to skyrocket sales and revenue in record time. So that's the title of the book. Too long for a book, but that's okay. We'll get back to that in a second. Introduction. Why you need an AI more than ever. Key themes, right? So this is the outline. So we've kind of got the outline and put together. Usually it's 10 chapters if you just ask it to go. Okay, did 7 chapters and a conclusion and bonus content, right? So from here, the next step would be, and so we're going to, let's get that first chapter done. And instead of writing that all out, or even with my voice, I'm going to just copy paste for the sense of speed. You are a world-class author. Again, setting the context. I want you to write a comprehensive first chapter. You can give it that, and then here's where I gave an example of a tone of a person. Gillian Perkins, you don't know her, that's okay. She's just a YouTuber. I just happen to like the tone of the content she puts out. So again, you have somebody that you follow or you like how they write on the internet or produce content on the internet. You can, if they're famous, you can have them reach out and write this in first chapter in that style, right? Chapter 1. And it's starting to break it out and write it all out for you. They keep adding new features and functions of how they do things. So now the way that they break it down, the chat itself is on the left, and then the content that is delivering is on the right. Starting a new business is exhilarating, isn't it? You have this incredible idea, something you're sure will make an impact, solve problems, but then reality sets in, right? So you can kind of jump around here, but I think you see the concept. It's writing a pretty decent book. So how do you go from decent to great? Simple. You edit this content that it's creating and add the human experiences. So you should, if you're going to write a book, write about something you know, so that you're going to bring in your expertise, your knowledge, your sense of humor, all of those things. And that's what's going to make it a great book. And that's what makes great content. When you combine what the AI is doing, AI is fantastic for coming up with ideas. So let's say these first chapter, you're like, okay, this is pretty good, but I think we should change and rewrite step 3 to do this or that. That's where the human being comes in, and that's where that AI super self comes into play. So we have the essential first chapter. Let's go ahead and have it help us create a book cover and give me the prompt I can use in text to image generators like MidJourney or DALL-E. All right. So now I want a book cover, right? And let's see if the book we just created, and tell it to go ahead and create a prompt. So here's what's interesting about AI tools, right? You could say, I want a cover for this book, go. And it would try to create one. Or you could say, I actually want you to help me write the prompt that I'm going to give to another AI tool. So this is where you start building the foundational things that's in the Create PDF. By the way, I'm going to give you that tonight. So you'll get the replay of this whole session. You'll get the PDF. You'll get the books. And so I'll kind of give you all those details. So hang around till the end. I got some special stuff to give you tonight. So don't go anywhere. This is the prompt that we just had, and I could tell it create the image from the prompt, right? ChatGPT has DAL-E built right into it, so it can create an image from a prompt. So let's go over here now. Let's go into this one is Leonardo, and I'm going to go in and feed that prompt that ChatGPT just created. I'm going to throw it in here and tell it to generate a book cover for me. And then I'm going to do the same thing in another tool. This is a platform called BuildBiz.ai, and it has a host of content creation tools. So I'm just going to grab one. It doesn't really matter. It has three of them, actually. And let's go ahead and have it create the same prompt. Book cover format is kind of lengthwise, right? Vertical. So we'll change the thing here and we'll tell it to create an image for that. So let's see what ChatGPT came up with. The 5 steps to mastering AI. Not a bad thing, right? But you'll notice that the text is messed up here. This is common with DALL-E. DALL-E. It's just the nature of AI. Sometimes when it tries to generate something, it can have problems with fingers, it can have problems with text, and there's different ways you can clean it up. I personally, I use Canva a lot. Canva has a tool in it, I think it's the paid version, where it has what's it called, Magic Grab, where you can tell it to grab the text right off of that image, and you can easily go in and type and change it. It'll assign a font to it, and you can go ahead and edit it. If we have time later, I'll show you an example of cleaning that up. All right, let's see what our friend Leonardo came up with. Interesting. So I am paying for this. So when you generate, it uses coins. This is very common in image generators where it will have you pay. So this one is not bad, Mastering AI. I like the imagery. Again, the text is a little messed up. Very common in AI. This is the hyper realistic. I like that image. The guy, he's on the chart, the money going up, up, up. But again, some editing might be required to get the text. But all three of them, again, text to image. So it doesn't matter. As long as you know how to create a good prompt, you can create really, really good results. And so, for example, in the world of AI, right, there's lots of different ways to do this. For example, this same prompt that I just gave it here in ChatGPT, right? Let me go back. Whoops, sorry. Here we go. Let's go back here. So if I go back here and I gave this same prompt to the tool here, this AI sales coach in BuildBiz, I'm trying to show you that all of these AI large language models kind of function very similarly. So in the BuildBiz format, the tool that's like ChatGPT is this AI sales coach, where you can ask it any question, but it specializes in sales and marketing tools, right? So we want to cover for, in this one, I'll modify it because it doesn't have the history that we just had in that thread, right? A book we just created called The 5 Steps to Mastering AI, right? So we can tell it, hey, let's do that and tell it to go, right? So it's going to take that same prompt and it's going to write the prompt that we can then add to one of the other image creation tools anywhere. So the important thing is I wanted to show that you can write the prompt anywhere, right? And you can apply it anywhere. So once you get the skills, so again, it's creating an image, feature prompt central to the image, a symbol. So it's writing out what a good prompt is, and you prompt can be long, right? So this is actually a pretty short prompt. So now if I go back to another one of the content creation, let's do scroll stopping images. So this one creates images based on a lot of different parameters. And what I like is, remember I mentioned that the prompt can be very long. So if you use this type of tool, and you just have to hit switches to turn things off. I want vivid colors, yes. I want clarity and simplicity, yes. Emotional appeal, use negative space, all the types of things that a prompt engineer would create. You can just do it by clicking a switch on and off. So you don't have to know how to do this. With the BuildBiz platform, you can just go in and put in entrepreneurs. That's my target, right? Remember, you got to know who your audience is. What type of image are you trying to get? Illustration, digital artwork, realistic, futuristic. What colors do you want to include? You can specify the colors, right? So if I take these out, it's just going to come up with something. And then I tell it to create the image. I took a prompt from the AI tool, and then I put it into the image generator. Again, concept, you can use this to kind of grow, and you can use it in Claude. You can use it in Perplexity. That's another AI tool. For example, I wrote a very bad prompt here. How do I get a career in help desk? I was teaching a class to high school students and asked them for the types of things they want to be able to do. And I was using Perplexity as an example of a good tool for students and teachers. The reason why I like Perplexity is you can ask it a question and it immediately gives you the sources, because there is a thing in AI called hallucination, where if the AI does the search on the internet and it starts bringing you back data and it doesn't have something it needs to give you the accurate information, sometimes it'll just make it up. So, example, I was having it do a bio for me. I was doing a speak at a trade show at Washington, D.C., and I asked it to give me a bio. Here's my LinkedIn. So it had some information to work from, but then it was, I don't remember what it was. It was either like number of years I was at this company or something, and it just made up a number, right? So anything you get out of AI, please, please, please read it. Make sure, based on your knowledge, it's accurate. Or you can ask ChatGPT for its sources. Perplexity automatically gives it to you, but something like ChatGPT, you can ask it to give you the sources, where it's getting it from. And then you go do your own research. So as I was explaining to the students about this concept, if you're going to use AI to help you with your homework and you're doing research, that's fantastic as long as you go through the resources that it provides and study and learn, and then you're becoming the expert on it. The AI is just helping you. Now, teachers out there, if any of you are teachers, you have tools that can tell what percentage of the homework you're getting is AI. There's human detectors out there, right? So AI detecting AI. The funny part about it is students always ask, can I use this AI to help me write my homework paper? Yes, you can, but you're going to get busted. Why? Forget the AI tool detection. Your teacher has had you for a while, and you speak in a certain manner. You write in a certain manner. So if today you write this way, and then tomorrow you come back sounding like a college educated professor, she or he doesn't really need to use an AI tool to know you didn't write it. Make sure you verify the legitimacy of anything before you put it on your website or whatever. Just read it. Just make sure it's accurate to the best of your knowledge and expertise. All right, pro tip. AIs can hallucinate. All right, I'll pause here, see if there are any questions. Anybody have any questions? Why does AI have problems with text on pictures and logos? Yeah, different tools do a better job than others. What is that AI tool I used to use a lot? Indigo. There's literally thousands of AI tools. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, I can give you guys also, there's a list of AI tools that like the most popular ones. I'll try to remember to share that list as well. But there are some AI tools that are better than others at creating images. What I usually tell people is depending on what it is you're trying to create, the best thing to do is keep the amount of text short. If you keep the amount of text short, it will do a better job. For example, this is what I was talking about, where this same prompt produced a book cover in hyperrealistic AI, but in scroll stopping images, it created something that was more emotional and not necessarily exactly what I want because it's trying to interpret. But in this tool, you can say, okay, that wasn't quite what I was looking for. I'll give that a 1 star. So you're training the AI, the large language model, on what you like. So for example, this prompt here, design an app icon to capture your audience attention, AI crafted ads, stop them in their tracks. So for example, this prompt here, a church mural featuring African American cherubs. That's the one above it, actually. Yeah, I grabbed this one here. So this one is showing the cherubs, and some I had an artist that was creating a mural for a black church, and she wanted some specific types of images. So we tried a couple of different prompts, and that's what we got. So scroll stopping image. This one was more about creating a prompt for a community-based nonprofit organization focused on. So this is what I like about the BuildBiz platform is you don't have to know coding. You just have to be able to write a good description in English. And I literally copied this paragraph from the website of the organization. So if you do have any kind of content that describes your business and what you want, you can put it in here and it'll create an image that fit. I wanted something to show students playing for the nonprofit, and that's what it came up with. So it's an emotional kind of reaction. So it does a really good job. Now, if I go back to hyper realistic here, this one does a better job. I was creating a bunch of icons for the rebranding that I just went through for BuildBiz. So 5 steps of AI, right? Advantage. So these are all images that are pretty good. This one came out pretty close to perfect. The AI Business Blueprint, 90-day guide to mastering BuildBiz.ai, right? So this one, it did a really good job, and I should give it a 5 star for this one because it did a good job. Where sometimes it'll get all of the text absolutely correct, and other times it'll just kind of wander around. It has to do with how busy is the AI at the second that you ask it to do something? It's like a human in that sense. How much attention is it actually paying? Limit the amount of text that you want, and then you can go back and edit any image in the platform, in the BuildBiz platform. So for instance, if I created this image here, and this was also created from a very simple prompt, a black woman kneeling in prayer, use red and black, right? So I kept it very simple, and then it generated that pretty good image to me. I love the image itself. Okay, why are you taking so long to load an image? It might be because I'm on Zoom and my internet bandwidth is a little slow here. Let me refresh the page. There we go. It's back. All right, so let's see. We get back to that image. I want to show you something about editing. So you can go into it. You can grab the image. All right, see, that's how fast it's supposed to be. I don't know what it was doing before. You can go over here and you can click on annotate. You can go in here and say text. Obviously, you'd want to use a color you can see. And then you can draw where you want the text to be, for example, right here. And you can put whatever the text is that you want and type it in there, and then it would be on that image, right? I don't want to mess up this image, but you see my point. You can add text, so you don't have to add text in the original. You can just have it focus on creating the image, and then you have more control where you go back and add the text yourself. All right, so just kind of digressed off the training for a second to talk about text and images, but I like to answer people's questions. There aren't as many AA images in AI. Yeah, that might be true. It might know how to spell AI. It's always fun to have a conversation with AI about AI. I was in a group called Black AI Think Tank, and we were having a conversation with Pi, which is another AI tool you can have on your phone. And we were having this conversation about the future of AI and how do we keep AI from, ethical and how we keep it honest and so on. And then the AI came back and said something like, we have to ensure that AI follows rule. And the leader of the group, he goes, wait a minute, what do you mean? What do you mean we? What do you mean we, Kimosabi? You are the AI. Then the AI has a personality. It's like, my bad. And this is literally what the AI said because it was speaking, it was using voice. It said, my bad. And it went back to doing what it's supposed to be doing. So AI, when you have a conversation with it, it will try to humanize itself so that you're more comfortable. So just be aware of that trait as well when you're creating content. So I was talking about the types of tools that are out here. So this is the BuildBiz platform. I put in explainer videos about all the different things. It has a sales coach, which is like ChatGPT. You get the AI books. There's 10 books where you can actually go in and write if you want to print them out, or you can fill them in online and work through your business. And there's 10 different flavors of those books that go along with the book that I wrote called AI Powered Dreams. And yes, I used AI to help me write the book, of course. And then in the platform, we have the ability for you to do all the business formation things. You can buy a domain, you can get a business email, you can get business phones, you get all the content creation. I showed you creating images. You can create logos, websites, hero images, the big ones you see at the top of website, create blogs, e-commerce pages. You can create movies, file storage, movie editor. There's the ability to create sales websites, full websites. You can create funnels, which are for selling products and services. You got actually 4 different tools for creating websites and sales funnels. It has sales and marketing where you can have a conversation where you can invite different avatars and have a focus group. You can create marketing proposals, marketing hooks for advertising, all these things. There's a basic starter CRM, so you can keep track of your customers. There is invoicing. We also have the different tools here under the business branding. I have a young lady who does branding, and you can ask her custom GPT any questions you have about branding. We have some AIs that specialize in personal tax, business tax, bookkeeping, and then you can reach out to the young lady who actually owns that company. So you can train a custom GPT, and this is where these tools come in. In the platform, you can actually create your own AI. So in ChatGPT, for example, you can pay $20 and it'll let you create custom GPTs. The difference is those custom GPTs live only there and you can't make money off of them. Whereas in the BuildBiz platform, you can sign up, and as soon as you become a white labeler where you're using these custom AI tools to create custom AIs or custom GPTs, you can decide on the price point you want to charge for each one. And you can sell the GPTs that's based on your experience and your knowledge. I do training all the time on how to write custom GPTs. So you can either just use the platform, or if you want to make money, you can create your own custom AIs and sell them yourself. And there's a whole host of different tools that are just normal business administration. If you do want to make money, but you don't want to create GPTs, you can just copy this link, and anybody who signs up for the platform, you get 50%. Or if you want to go all the way and create a completely rebranded version of the BuildBiz platform, you can also do that. And I'll go through all the details of what's involved in that. But you can customize the platform so it looks completely different. It's branded under yours. So here's an example of Atomic AI. They rebranded it and they have it laid out completely different. And they have a lot of custom GPTs in here where you can ask the AI questions. So there's different kinds of custom AI. You can do input answer, input output like this, or you can do conversational like ChatGPT. So there's a lot of different ways. So this is considered a white label, right? So I'm just showing you all this because you can kind of get an idea of all of the different tools that are in here. I want to talk a little bit about the offer. You'll get the book, AI Powered Dreams, that kind of walks you through all the stuff that I showed you, of course, in more detail. It's a book, so it'll go step by step. And then you also get specialized workbooks. So like if you want to learn about, you got to get that business formation going, you got to get financially sound. So how do you get loans? How you can do that? You got to get your EIN number, all that fun stuff of starting a business. Or if you have a business already, you want to learn about customer experience excellence, marketing. We have books for just about everything, right? So books, access to the platform, which is normally $4.97 a year, the 10 books, value. I'm giving it for $19.95 a month. Why? Because I am building this business and you can come along with me. I'm inviting you. I'm doing it for a crazy amount of money because it's really important that this thing explodes. So people ask me all the time, Danny, did you build this entire platform? The answer is no. It's built on a platform called deal.ai. And what I'm showing you that there's a lot of people. So you're not going to be the first by any stretch of the imagination. My white label is customized for small and medium-sized businesses. It's customized for sales and marketing. So all of the tools are content creation, or sales and marketing creation, or for managing a business, so that you don't have to pay $20 here, $20 here, $20 here, ChatGPT, Leonardo, all of these different AI platforms. You get all of it in one place. And just the reason why I'm sharing that this is built on deal.ai is because my pricing is better. Their starting price is $69 a month. I just want to show you that so that you know the value. When I say that the value is a good value, it is a good value. If you sign up tonight, I'm going to give you a 3-day free trial. You can go to join.buildbiz.ai, or if you got your phone in your hand, you can scan the QR code. I'll also put the link into the chat so you can see it. Once you've joined, immediately go ahead and grab your books that are in there. So that way, no matter if you decide you don't want it, you can cancel. And even if you do sign up for the first month, pay the $19.95, it's a money back guarantee. You can cancel anytime you want. I appreciate your guys' time tonight. I want to make sure you get value out of everything that I do. I'm going to go do some more demos because demos are fun. We talked about join.BuildBiz. If I want to resell and create my own agency, you can white label the BuildBiz platform so you don't have to generate all of this from scratch, all these custom AI tools. You can just start there, and it's an add-on in the platform. So you can start at the $19.95, and then if you want to resell and make money, you can, one, either just use the affiliate. That doesn't cost anything extra. You can just share that affiliate link and you get half of everything that people buy. Or if you want to go all out, make your own white label, your own BuildBiz platform, call it Atomic AI or whatever you want to call it. I have customers that do that all of the time. And that's $46.95 so that you can resell, you can create your own AI, you can rebrand and have a lot of your own business goals here. So if you want a side hustle or you want something where you are creating content for other people, but you don't know how, this is a great way to do that. You can create marketing proposals, you can create blogs, posts, you can create websites, you can do all kinds of things in the platform. So we also provide training on everything. We help you build custom AI GPTs. We help you build your own white label, done for you type of service. We do individual or group AI training. So this free webinar, I can do it on a group level, like tomorrow night. I have 27 students that I'm teaching AI over the next 8 weeks. Those are the types of different training and classes. If you're interested in that, just scan the QR code, or I will put the link into the chat. Just click the link and we'll have a conversation. Tell me the strategy, what it is you're interested in doing, and I'm happy to discuss that for whatever type of organization, whether it's a corporation, a nonprofit, doesn't matter. I have tools for everybody. We also do lunch and learns. If you just want to have it in a more digestible bite, we can do that. All right, more demos. Demos are fun. Let's go back here and let's do some movies. Okay, I can do a movie in a couple of seconds from your website. Put in the chat, if you already have a website describing your business, go ahead and put that URL in the chat for me and I will create it. So let's go in and create an AI video. Okay, so this is a text to video generator. So it's really powerful and really fun. This is one of the two apps where you need some credits. As I showed you, a lot of times in image generation stuff, you might have to use coins. You can pick the type of theme for your video. You can pick in the advanced settings, you can upload a logo. You can pick a language. It's got a whole bunch of languages in here. You can pick the type of images you want, photorealistic or scroll stopping, where it's more emotional, doesn't have to make as much sense. You can pick a voice. This one is Adam, who is everywhere on the internet.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity.
Pro tip, turn the volume down. You can also pick one of these other ladies or gentlemen that you want to use. Matilda, what does Matilda sound like?
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Not too bad, right? You can pick the type of music you want, folk music, hip hop, country, jazz. This is the hip hop. It's not very hip hop. It's more of a trap beat. I use this one a lot. Oh, you can upload your own music too. One of the questions I always get is, can you upload your own voice? Not yet. It's coming. But right now, you'd have to use one of the voices, but you can upload your own music. You can pick how you want the transcript to go. You can pick how many scenes. You can pick whether it's portrait up and down, landscape side to side. If you do like 6, it's 30 seconds long. And so you can tell it, those are the parameters. By the way, it's only going to read that first URL. It's not like going to go all the way through your website. If you wanted to go through the other pages, you have to do that by just putting in that URL, a domain name. So it's going to go ahead and work on that for a second. Now, it says it's going to take 7 minutes. I don't know if anybody here is a Star Trek fan, but it's like Scotty's 7 minutes, meaning it's going to be shorter than that, but they kind of give you the worst case scenario so you don't get upset. By the way, Star Wars, Star Trek, I'm more of a Trekkie. And what I mean by that is when it comes to technology, I think it's going to have a positive effect on human beings. Yes, I'm an optimistic kind of guy. So don't get me wrong. I'm quite aware. I've been a science fiction fan for many years. I know all of the things that AI can do. I've seen every Terminator movie and how AI is going to take over the world, especially if we stick around. I don't know if you've seen these videos where people are standing there kicking the crap out of the dog robots and so on. So yeah, they're going to come back and get us if if you believe the Terminator family of movies, right? So the whole point I'm making on this is you do want to create your videos. When I created BuildBiz, I customized all of the logos so that, or icons, so that they kind of represent the look and feel that is consistent. So that's what we do when we do your white label. We'll make all of your logo consistent with your branding, colors, and things like that. And this is called a kind of a grid layout or app layout. And then the other one is called a website layout, where the apps are kind of left on the left side here. So it just makes it a little easier for you to group them so they kind of make sense. I kind of went to that design because just having all those icons are a little scary for people.
Since 1992, Helmer Conley in Castleman, PA, has been a pillar of legal excellence in New Jersey, passionately protecting your rights. From personal injury to family law and criminal defense to immigration, our expertise spans a multitude of fields. We specialize in delivering personalized, high-value legal services, offering you the attention, and our commitment to ethical practices ensures your trust, adhering strictly to the NJ Supreme Court's guidelines on advertising. By choosing not to include client testimonials or awards, we let our reputation for success speak for itself. Discover the unmatched experience and credentials of our attorneys by contacting us directly and put our legacy to work for you.
Love it. All right. So again, that is just from a prompt of one thing, just the domain name. So now what do we do to make it even better? You go in and you edit it, right? So right now we have 6 scenes. We would go ahead and edit it so that we get more detail. It pulled this information off of the website, and so it's very specific. So what I would do now is I would think about the script, or by the way, I would ask the AI sales, AI chatbot, hey, here's my website. Here's what I would like to do. I want to create, you are a world-class director. I want to create a video sales letter explaining my law firm services adhere to the advertising restrictions for legal firms. In other words, when you're a law firm, you have to be careful about the types of things you say about your organization. There's laws about that. And so you have to be careful, make sure it sticks in the guidelines. So you can tell the AI when it's writing the script to adhere to the legal requirements for law firms or real estate. There's laws for real estate. So any kind of professional agency, there's laws that govern that. And so you could tell the AI, don't include anything that will get me in trouble. So this is good in some senses, but you may want to describe, and you literally just type what you want. This is a good image, but you may not like that image. You could tell it to regenerate, or you may download it and save it for your website and then upload your own images from, you already have a website, so you might have images that you like better. So you can upload your own images, you can upload videos, and then you enhance the script of the video. This is the actual script of the video. This is what the AI is reading right here, line by line. So you can add, take away, change. For example, it said NJ Supreme Court. I would just go in here and type in the word New Jersey. So it will pronounce New Jersey. Sometimes the AI can be a little literal. And then you would regenerate, or you could add a scene. So it's that easy to create your own videos. You can put these on Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you want to put them. I use them all the time. I have them on my website. If you go to the join.buildbiz page, right, I have one down here. Where is it? There you go, right here. So this is the one I created for
Hi, and welcome to BuildBiz.ai. My name is Sarah. I am an AI assistant created by CEO Danny Ross.
So just that simple, right? So you can build, and this is a sales funnel, simple sales funnel that I built in the AI-powered website to get people to sign up for BuildBiz. This logo was generated in the AI logo maker in the platform. So again, real world business tools is how I designed this platform. So you can use it yourself, or if you want to create an AI agency, you've got everything you need to create that AI agency. All right, questions. I'm happy to keep answering questions as long as you guys want to see them. Here we go. Make movies, right? So what's the difference between a movie and a video? It's the large language model behind it. It creates a different type of content. So here's the prompt: a teddy bear in sunglasses playing electric guitar, dancing and headbanging in front of a waterfall. So this is the end result we got. There's no audio to it, but you can add your own audio using the movie editor, which is built into the platform, right? And this is a fantastic, from that simple, again, English prompt, I got this kind of thing. So when people say, should I sign up? Yes, you should sign up, and you should go try it out first, of course. There's a free trial. So I'm going to give you the PDF. I'm going to get you a replay of this video. Check it out. Money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just cancel anytime you want. No long-term commitment. I have people challenge me sometimes about AI. I think AI is evil. It's going to take over the world. No, it's not. It's how about how you use it, right? So that's that AI SuperSelf thing again. You want to learn and get expertise. And by the way, anytime you're using an AI tool and you don't know what to do next, ask the AI tool. It will tell you how to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so don't be afraid to ask that question. Use that create PDF. I'm going to be having weekly training classes starting next week in the platform. We'll send out an invite to everybody who joins BuildBiz. So that's included in your $19.95 as well. I'll actually be training on the different AI tools in the platform to make sure that you guys get the most out of the platform. So that's going to be starting up next week. I already have some videos in here in the explainer section, but I'm going to be creating the live classes on the different tools, walking through it at a little bit slower pace so that everybody can kind of ask questions on how to create the best content as well. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the platform. Okay, everybody. Have a fantastic evening, and I look forward to speaking to you guys again during the training classes. All right. Bye-bye.